Yo, what it do, Hustle Nation? 7 forms of wealth or 7 laws of wealth as described by Dr. Dennis Kimbro in his latest book, The Wealth Choice, plus 9 disciplines of millionaires. And if you guys watch this show to the end and you hang with me, I promise you, you will get the keys to become wealthy. In fact, I'm going to be sharing with you towards the end of the show where to look to get double-digit returns on your investments. I'm going to show you a fund that's paying out 16% and has been doing so for the last 25 years. So do me a favor, as you're coming into the room, go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand. It is time to officially start the Cortez Hustle Show. So let's get into it. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from MonetizeMyLifeAcademy.com. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already subscribed to Monetize My Life Academy, where we have the best, the premier digital marketing mastermind for those who want to learn how to create digital products, for those who want to learn how to market and sell online, for those of you who want to build a powerful, profitable, and attractive personal brand. That's what the Monetize My Life Academy Mastermind is all about. So today, man, I have intention to give it to y'all today, right? But that's up to y'all. What do you mean, Cortez? Hey, if you guys engage and really have fun with your boy on the show, I'm going to give it to you, right? What am I going to give to you? Today, we're talking about the 7 laws of wealth as listed out in Dr. Dennis Kimbro's book, The Wealth Choice. We're also going to talk about the 9 disciplines of millionaires. And if you stick around to the end of the show, we're also going to talk about, I'm going to show you live on screen a fund that's paying out 16%. Now, if you want to see that, comment 16%, because again, it's up to y'all, man, what you get from me today. I'm super fired up, but sometimes when I deliver, it really depends on what you pull from me, what you draw from me. If you're engaged, then I'm going to give you even more, right? But I'm going to give you the 7 laws of wealth. I'm going to give you the 9 disciplines of millionaires. But let me know if you also want to see where you can park some money to get 16% rate of return on your money. And this fund has been performing like this for the last 25 years or so. So I got a couple 16%. All right, we rolling, but I'm gonna need a lot more than that, man. I ain't playing, right? I ain't playing. And guess what? I'm also gonna need you to share the show. Put this in the comments, man. Put this in the comments. We as working class individuals in America can no longer afford to hoard information. And especially as Black people in America, we definitely can't afford to hoard information. So I need y'all to hit the share button, man. I need y'all to hit the share button. Yes, it's going to help the show reach more and more people, right? Yes, that's a given. But why are we trying to reach more and more people? Because more and more people need to start building generational wealth, and they don't know how to do it. And I'm going to show them today. When you share the show, also just put a small description in that just says hashtag Cortez Hustle. Hashtag Cortez Hustle when you share the show. Do me that favor, man, and let's go ahead and get rocking and rolling. Before we get all the way in, let me give you guys a couple announcements really quickly. Announcement number one, we talked a little bit about this. The live wealth building workshop is going down today, right? I'm going to show you where to get double-digit returns. But if you want to know how to get triple-digit returns, then you need to be on the wealth workshop today at 11 p.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. In order to get access to that workshop, I need for you to text keyword wealth workshop to 314-874-6887. If someone can put that in the chat for me, that will be amazing. Text wealth workshop to 314-874-6887. And I'm going to give you a special invitation to come hang out with me today at 12 Eastern, 11 Central. You guys don't want to miss this opportunity to partner with the Extra Digit Movement. It is the most committed, most excited group of financial educators on the planet. And you're going to want to check that out. Also, Monetize My Life Mastermind live training is tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want me to coach you tonight on how to build a personal brand, you can actually join the mastermind. If that's all you want, you can get that for $10. Go to monetizemylifeacademy.com. Now, if you want to attend the masterclass and you want monthly coaching from me, then there's some different levels of the mastermind that you can actually join. So go to monetizemylifeacademy.com. Godfrey Tech said workshop. I need you to text keyword wealth workshop to 314-874-6887 if you want to get the link to the workshop. You got to text me. And then the last announcement before we get the show started is your boy has been invited by my good friends, Lisa Santiago McNeil. She's hosting this event called Global Domination Mindset. Let me grab the link so I can put that in there for you guys, because this is going to be a masterpiece. Look at all these distinguished gentlemen that I have the pleasure of sharing the virtual stage with. And my specific talk is going to be belief in the cycle of success. You guys don't want to miss it, but you do have to register for the event. So I'm going to drop the link in the comments for you guys to go ahead and register. If you want to support your boy, that's one of the ways to do that. Go ahead and register for that event like now. No, not now, unless you got another device that you could use to register for that event. So let me copy the link and throw that in the comments for you guys. Boom, Global Mindset Domination. Man, Brian Keith McNeil. Man, it's just a whole host of folks that you guys are going to be listening to and learn from. Question of the day. You guys ready for the question of the day? You guys know if you answer the question of the day, then you get entered into a drawing next Wednesday to win a free vacation. What is the question of the day? What do you need to stop doing to make space for bigger and better things? What do you need to stop doing in your life to make space for bigger and better things? Now, before you answer, always remember, so that you get entered into the drawing, put the acronym QOTD, which stands for question of the day, so my team can go and grab your name and put it in the hat so that you're in there when we do the drawing. So always put QOTD and then your answer. One more time. Question of the day. What do you need to stop doing to make space for bigger and better things? And guys, don't be embarrassed about your answers here. I'm going to give you my answer in full transparency later on in the show, but don't be embarrassed, man. Self-awareness is the beginning of transformation. Put that in the comments. Self-awareness is the beginning of transformation. Why do you think when you go to any AA program or drug rehabilitation program, the first thing they have you do is admit that you're an addict, right? You got to admit that you're an addict. That's the first thing that you have to stop doing. I mean, that's the first thing that you have to do, because when you can admit that to yourself, then you can change, right? Then you can change. Cameron, redo your answer, but put QOTD, QOTD, right? So that I know to throw you in the hat for that free vacation, right? Self-awareness is the beginning of transformation. Some people will never transform because they're always lying to themselves. Some people will never transform their lives because they are constantly lying to themselves about where they are, right? Really quickly, man, I want to give you this analogy. You guys know how a GPS works. What is the first thing that a GPS asks you for before they can take you to the destination that you're trying to get to? What is the first thing that you must input into the GPS before it can map out a coordinates to get you to where you want to be? You have to put in your location. And if you're lying to the GPS about where you currently are, it's not going to be able to map out an effective method from you. If I'm trying to go to California from St. Louis and the GPS asks me, okay, where are you now? And I put in my hometown of Tupelo, Mississippi. I literally, in order for them to map out a destination for me, a roadmap for me, I'm not getting to California like that. So you got to become very self-aware and be willing to admit where you are so that you can map out a real plan to get you to where you want to go. Man, I see a lot of you guys putting in procrastination as your answer to the question of the day. I'm going to give you guys mine a little bit later. So let's go ahead and get into Dr. Dennis Kimbro's 7 laws of wealth. Law number 1 is wealth of knowledge, right? See, a lot of you guys think law of wealth, first law of wealth is money. No, man. It takes knowledge to get to the money. It takes knowledge to get to the money. And believe it or not, a lot of y'all listening to the sound of my voice right now are sitting on millions upon millions of dollars of intellectual capital because of what you've gone through in your life, what you learned, your experiences, your passions. Millions of dollars of intellectual capital. If you will only learn how to draw those things out, package them, present them to the marketplace, and sell them. That's why I'm passionate about the Monetize My Life Academy Mastermind. Some of you guys don't know that the Monetize My Life Academy Mastermind is based on my book, Monetize My Life. 4 incredibly simple ways to profit from your passion with little to no startup costs. Guys, the internet will allow you to take your knowledge, put it into a digital format for free. Like what I'm doing right now is I'm taking my knowledge, I'm taking the experience that I've had with Dr. Dennis Kimbro's book, and now I'm putting it into a digital format for free that's hosted on YouTube and Facebook, and it's going to live forever. Now, some of you guys don't know, well, Cortez, why are you up every day and you're doing these podcasts and all this stuff? How do you make money from this? Well, today's show is going to be so powerful. I'm going to package it and put it with a series, and you're actually going to be able to go out and buy 10 hours of content that will transform your life if you just listen to it and take action, right? So knowledge is, a wealth of knowledge is your number 1 law of wealth. And his other book, Think and Grow Rich, A Black Choice, he talks about 4 times a year, we get an idea that will transform our lives and create multiple millions of dollars if we just execute on it, right? But there's some reasons we don't execute, and we're going to get to that in our law number 3. But before we get to law number 3, we got to get to law number 2. What is law number 2? Law number 2 is decision. The decision, man. Let me tell you guys something about wealthy people versus poor and middle class people, right? And I don't try to knock or judge poor and middle class people. There's reasons beyond our control as to why we're poor and middle class. And if you guys have not already hit the share button, go ahead and smash the share button. If you have not already commented the name of your business and or your brand, shame on you. Over 100,000 people follow this page. You never know what kind of connections you would make with people just by commenting the name of your business and or your brand. I just ask that you don't share any links. So the difference between wealthy people and poor and middle class people when it comes to decision is this. Wealthy people make their mind up quickly and are slow to change their mind, right? Because they understand the power of commitment. So a wealthy person can take a look at an opportunity, can take a look at some things that they want to change in their lives, and they're going to make their mind up quickly. And then they're going to stick with it. And even if it doesn't work out, they're going to exhaust all the means to make it work, right? They're going to exhaust all the means to make it work. What's the difference? Well, what does a poor and middle class person do in a lot of cases? It takes a poor and middle class person forever to make a decision. Forever, right? And then they change their mind like that because they don't understand commitment. It took you 9 months to do your due diligence. You went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then you finally decided to do something. And then after that decision, you ran into a bump in the road and you changed your mind and you're no longer doing it. Got to keep you broke, man. Got to keep you broke. So we got a couple people putting in the name of their business. Keep on pushing enterprises. I love that. What's up, Shelton? We need to connect still, man. I think our program would really, really help you and your clients, man. Daquan says the name of my business is A3D Photo. I focus on real estate photography. I love that, man. Way to shout out not only what you do, but let me give you a little coaching, Daquan. Because you are focusing on real estate photography, whenever you're on a national or international platform saying who you are and what you do, always put your location in, right? Because I'm in St. Louis. I might give you a call and say, man, I got 4 houses I'm about to list. Can you come and do my photography? Can you come do my photos for me? And then what you gonna say? Oh, no, man, I'm in Texas. But if you put the name of your business and or your brand, what you do, because your business is kind of local, then you always put the city and the area of service that you connect with when you're on an international platform, right? Number 3, belief in one's self. Belief in one's self. This is so powerful, man. I'm going to tell you 3 things that I believe about me. Now, you might not believe this about you, but this is what I believe about me. Number 1, I am a God under the Most High God. That's what I believe about me. The Apostle Paul says in the Bible that we are all gods under the Most High God. And what does that mean? That means that I am a God under the Most High God who has created this world that we all live in, as a God under that God and a master creator just like my Father, then that means I am the God and in charge of the creation of my world that I live in. One of the things that's hurting people is their unwillingness to take responsibility. It's hurting people. I take full responsibility for everything that goes on in my world because I'm the God of this world. And it's my fault if my world is upside down. Just saying. Second thing I believe about me is that everywhere the soles of my feet tread have been given to me. Right? How many of you guys remember seeing Lion King and Mufasa bring Simba up onto Pride Rock? And they look out over the prairie, and Mufasa says to Simba, everything the sun touches belongs to us. Cool, y'all ain't with me today. And listen, man, I'm telling you, I'm going to give it to you today. I'm going to give it to you today because I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I had my workout in. I had my liter of water already. I'm feeling good. So, belief in oneself. The third thing that I believe about me is that I can do all things with a capital A, capital L, and capital L. That's what I believe about me. I don't know what you believe about you, but that's what I believe about me. Right? And some of you guys have these great dreams, these visions that will literally change the entire world. And the only reason you're not executing is because you don't believe in yourself. You're waiting on other people to believe in you. Man, if my wife would just believe in me, I can get this done. Man, I wish my family would just believe in me. I could get this done. The book I read tells me all things are possible for him that believes, for her that believes. I don't need nobody else to believe. I just got to believe. I'm just saying, man, I might be too fired up for y'all. Let me just move on, man. I'm just going to move on. Number 4, be true to thyself. These are laws of wealth, guys, and they have nothing to do with money. At the same time, they have everything to do with money. Some of y'all didn't catch that. These are the laws of wealth, and they have nothing to do with money. But at the same time, they have everything to do with money. Be true to yourself. I ain't telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. I spent the first 25 years of my life trying extremely hard to convince the world that I really was who I was pretending to be. Some of y'all are doing that right now. You're trying to convince the world that you really are who you're pretending to be. And God is looking down saying, man, if that dude, if that gal would just walk in who I created them to be, if they would just be their authentic selves, the windows of heaven will open and pour upon them an abundance of blessings. Number 5, service to others. Service to others. Right? How many of you guys can admit to being on your job and doing only what you're being paid to do? Or you used to do that, because y'all ain't doing that no more. You can't listen to this show and still be doing foolishness like that. Hey, man, they pay me for doing this, and this is all I'm going to do. But at the same time, you go home and you cry about not being promoted, not getting a raise. Write this down in the notes, man. Seed, time, harvest. Seed, time, harvest. Some of you guys got it backwards. When they pay me more, I will do more. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. You have to do more at no additional pay for a certain amount of time. And then you're later going to reap the harvest for all of the extra that you did, whether you reap that harvest on that particular job or someone hires you away from that job and pay you $20,000 more because of who you became in that process. See, they might not have seen it, but when you were doing all of the extra, you were doing more, going above and beyond what you were being paid to do, you were becoming something. And even if they don't recognize the value, somebody else will say, hey man, you were doing all of that? Oh man, if you come over here and do all of that, it will equal $20,000 more for you. Make a habit of always doing more than what you're asked to do and what you're paid to do. Number 6, the road not taken. The road not taken. That kind of goes with belief a little bit. Man, y'all quiet in the chats, man. Is everybody all right? Did everybody log off? Ain't nobody made no comment. I'm just, am I stepping on toes or something? I don't know. What's going on, man? Talk to me. The road not taken, right? One of the things that holds us back is we're too busy trying to please everybody. We're too busy trying to be accepted by everybody. Therefore, we're doing what everybody else is doing. Right? And if we're doing what everybody else is doing, why are we expecting to have something different than what everybody else has? I don't understand that. We're doing the exact same thing that everybody else is doing, but we secretly are expecting to have something different. Sometimes you got to be that person that goes out away from the crowd, and it's going to be scary as heck because everybody in the crowd are going to turn and look at you like, where are you going? They're going to look at you and say, hey, who gave you permission to do that? Yeah. Who gave you permission to go that way? They're going to say, hey, you're going the wrong way. The road left traveled, the road not taken is a law of will. Right? And the crazy thing is you're actually going to have some people who love you, people that you love and respect, that are actually going to discourage you from applying this particular law of wealth. Here's another takeaway for you. Never let other people superimpose their limitations on you. Never let other people, no matter who they are, superimpose their limitations on you. Because a lot of times when you understand and you are in tune with yourself and you are self-aware and you are taking complete and full responsibility for the world that you are creating, when other people are speaking to you, they're speaking to themselves that they see in you. So when they say, You cannot do that. They're saying that to themselves, that they see in you, if they were trying to do what you're trying to do. Right? So for instance, I will have a media empire. I Hustle Media Group will one day rival Ted Turner in Disney. Now, when I say that out loud, some of you guys are thinking right now, this dude is a nut. There is no way you're going to build a multi-billion-dollar media empire from a podcast in your spare bedroom. And if we were communicating and you were talking and telling me this out loud, you know what I would be thinking? You're saying that to yourself. What you're saying is, if you were me, there is no way that you could believe big enough to even imagine that you can accomplish something like that. So when people tell me what I can't do, I know what they're really saying is, if I was you, there's no reason that there's no way that I would even be able to attempt to do something like that. So they try to talk you out of it, but they're not talking to you. They're talking to the them that they see in you. Never let other people superimpose their limitations on you. And people do it all the time. And most people don't do it with malice and forethought. They are not trying to, nobody, now when I say nobody, I'm talking most people in general don't wake up and say, man, I see Integrity Wealth Solutions doing its thing. Let me go sabotage him and put some negativity in his life and try to discourage him from taking his business and his brand to the next level. No, that's not how it happens. Most people do it subconsciously because of the voices and the story that they're replaying in their own heads. They want you to adopt that story for them. No. It ain't going down like that, man. Understand how to guard yourself against the fiery darts of the enemy. Number 7, make thy money grow. And remember, you guys stick around to the end. I'm going to show you where to get double-digit returns on your money. I'm going to show you a fund, where to go look for that fund. Now, I'm not a licensed financial planner, a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. I can't invest your money for you, but I can show you public information that's on this company's website, and you can go look at it for free and see it for yourself, right? So I need you to comment 16% if you want to see this fund that's been paying 16% for the last 15 years, right? Make thy money grow. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this because I'm going to actually show you how to do that, right? And that's if you want double-digit returns. If you want to know how to get triple-digit returns, then you need to text me Wealth Workshop. And I'm going to give you a lineup of wealth workshops that are going on today that you can plug into. We got a time for everybody. The one I'm personally hosting is at noon Eastern, 11 Central. So text Wealth Workshop to 314-874-6887. Let me put that in the my number is 314-874-6887. Text Wealth Workshop if you want the schedule of these workshops that we're going to be hosting today that will help you not only get double-digit returns, but triple-digit returns. I know a young lady who in 8 months built a $14,000 per month residual income using the strategies that we're going to be teaching on these wealth workshops. In 8 months, using our system, she built a $14,000 per month residual income. And this weekend, we put something in place where that's probably going to double for her. I'm just saying, man. Man, y'all got to know who to plug into. And y'all got to be ready and willing to make those necessary investments. Just like you're investing time into this podcast and you're learning some things right now, you got to be willing to, if you want to go to the next level with me, you got to be willing to invest with me. Now, I get it if you are down right now and you just don't have it in your budget. That's why I do the free stuff. Keep learning for free. But if you're investing $200 a month with Comcast, if you're investing $100 a month at the theater, right? If you're investing another $250 a month going out to eat every month, then you can invest in a good coach and mentor in a program that could take you to the next level, right? So make that money grow. I'm gonna show you how to do that in a minute, but I also want to give you a couple more, right? Vanessa says, that's deep, number 6. I mean, listen, man, I just want to serve, man. I just want to help people. I just want to help people, right? Number 5, if you didn't get that, number 5 is service to others. Number 5 is service to others. And I don't think I hit that hard enough, but this is where the law of reciprocity comes into place. The law of reciprocity comes into place in serving others. You know why I'm so blessed? Because every morning I wake up and I serve y'all for free with 0 expectations. Y'all don't have to spend or invest a dime with me. But I've sown seed in your life this morning. And because I've sown the seed, I will reap a harvest. Whether that harvest come directly from you or somebody else, it's coming 30, 60, and 100-fold. So I'm going to get up and I'm going to bless your life every single morning because I know how to be blessed. Some of y'all can't serve nobody unless they paying you. Unless they paying you. Man, listen, couple more that he didn't list them in the book, but I follow Dr. Kimbro, and I've seen him talk on these 3 as well. Network, right? If y'all text Wealth Workshop to me, y'all will get a chance to join a network of people that are educating people on finances all over the world and getting paid handsomely to do it. Imagination. See, don't be telling your kids to stop daydreaming. Don't be telling your kids to not talk to their imaginary friend. That imagination and that creativity, that's a form of wealth. Y'all don't believe me? Somebody imagined this doggone cell phone. And I'm going to leave it at that. Another one that you want to write down in your notes, work ethic. Work ethic. That's a form of wealth. See, a lot of people want to coach with me. Cortez, how can I get my podcast up and running? Can you commit to a weekly show? Can you commit to a daily show? No matter what, I'm here every morning, 7 a.m. Central Time. Because I'm committed, right? Man, time is getting away from us, y'all. Let me do the 1 minute motivation. Oh, excuse me. 1 minute motivation. Time is getting away from us. So we do a show here on the Cortez Hustle Show called 1 Minute Motivation. I believe in personal growth and self-development. I believe in starting your day with something powerful that's going to motivate you and move you towards success. The way this works, guys, is I'm going to play this 1 minute clip, and I want you to write down in the comments one takeaway, something that was a gut punch to you, and then I'm going to give you my takeaways afterwards. So this is 1 Minute Motivation on the Cortez Hustle Show.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, your success.
My bad, y'all. Give me a second because I didn't load up the new 1 Minute Motivation for today. That was yesterday's 1 Minute Motivation. It was powerful. You guys, just so you know, you can always go over to the YouTube channel. And if you guys want to binge watch the show, I have a playlist that says the Cortez Hustle Show with all the shows in it, right? We are on episode number 49 right now. So it's 48 other episodes. If you want to go and see my level of commitment to empowering our people economically, yeah, this is what I do. I'm not playing with this, right? I will have a media empire that rivals Ted Turner and Disney that's going to be focused in the themes and the underlying themes and messages of everything that we do on the iHustle Media Group network is going to be all about economic empowerment and growing your hustle. So 1 Minute Motivation on the Cortez Hustle Show.
I remember I was playing a game with my 9-year-old son, John Leslie, and I beat him 10 straight games in a game called Connect 4. And finally, I said, John Leslie, I'm bored. I don't want to play you anymore. And I got up. I said, I'm ready to go to sleep now. John Leslie said, no, you can't go now, Dad. I said, why? He said, it's not over until I win. That was his attitude. We sat down and we played several other games. And finally, after the 11th game, John Leslie won, and he got up and he yawned. And he said, I'm ready to go to sleep now. And I'm saying to you, what if all of us took that attitude after we face a rejection and a no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up, or somebody say, you can count on me, and they don't come through? What if we have that kind of attitude? The car's repossessed. Nobody believes in you. You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, and say to yourself, it's not over until I win. It's very important as you hold on to that dream. There are moments when you're going to doubt yourself. There are rough times that are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. It's very important for you to know that. Don't say I'm having a bad day. Say I'm having a character building day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cortez Hustle Show. We are in the middle of a segment that I like to call 1 Minute Motivation. Man, what were some of your takeaways? What punched you in the gut when you heard the great, legendary Les Brown, right? He said, it's not over until I win. It's not over till I win. That was one of my biggest takeaways, right? And it's funny that that has become a signature phrase for Les Brown. If you follow personal growth and self-development, that has literally become one of his signature phrases. And where did he say it came from? Dopeness, right? Dopeness, right? So Tia says she picked out the same one. It's not over till I win. I must be in this all alone. Joy comes in the morning. Love it, Tia. Thanks for engaging with the show. He also says, when you lose, what's your attitude? What's your attitude when you lose? He said, rough times have not come to stay. They have come to pass. Right? They didn't come to stay. They have come to pass. And then he said, stop saying you're having a bad day. Start saying you're having a character building day. Yeah, it ain't the best, but I'm going to get something out of this, and it's going to make me a better person. Appreciate you guys for all tuning in and listening and giving your engagement. Come back from rejection, Milton Jr. says, right? So that was the Cortez Hustle Show's 1 Minute Motivation. And guess what, guys? that particular segment does not have a sponsor. If you want to support this channel and you got products and services that you would love to get in front of my audience, then comment sponsorship and we'll have a conversation about what it looks like to sponsor the Cortez Hustle Show. Now, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, because I still got to give my answer to the question of the day, I'm going to run through, and I don't think I gave you guys today's quote either. I'm going to run through these 9 disciplines of wealth, but I'm not going to give a lot of commentary because I promised if I get 5 people to share the show and you come back and say shared, then I'm going to show you where you can get 16% rate of return on your money. Now, I'm not telling you to go invest here. I'm not telling you what to do, but we can no longer hoard information, y'all. So share the show, but do me a favor. When you share it, this is how you're going to help me. See, when I build this empire and 40 years from now, iHustle Media Group is right there with Tyler Perry Studios. It's right there with Disney and Ted Turner. You guys are going to be able to say, hey, man, I remember when it was just a podcast in his spare bedroom, and I helped him build that empire because I was sharing the stream to my audience. Use hashtag Cortez Hustle when you share it. Do me that favor. Use hashtag Cortez Hustle when you share it, and then come back and comment shared or shared 16% so that we can get into that. So what is today's quote? Man, when I read that today, and matter of fact, I read it a couple days ago in this book, High Performance Habits by Brendan Burchard. He said there's 2 types of people. There's 2 types of people. One walks into a room and announces, "Here I am." Or in other words, "Everybody look at me." But the other walks into a room and says, "Oh, there you are." What? Some of y'all didn't catch that. 2 types of people. One person walks into the room and says, "Here I am, look at me." Or in other words, serve me. And the other person walks in the room and says, "Oh, there you are." In other words, I'm here to serve you. My question to you this morning, which one are you? All right. So 9 disciplines of millionaires. Number 1, passionate and they focus on their strengths. These are the habits of 9 disciplines of millionaires. They're passionate and they focus on their strengths. Number 2, autonomous and independent. Autonomous and independent. I am what's called incredibly independently interdependent. See, God created us all to be interdependent, meaning he created us not to stand alone. He created us to be drawn to community and to be drawn to be with each other and to be helping each other and to be receiving help from each other. This society, though, taught us the exact opposite. Don't let nobody help you because they're going to expect something from you. No, they're not. Because the law of reciprocity said, when I help you, I'm going to receive a blessing. It might not even come from you. So I don't have to expect anything from you when I bless you. Right? Number 3, industrious. Right? Some of you guys don't lack resources. We lack resourcefulness. I told y'all I'm on fire today, man. I'm going to give it to you. Some of us don't lack resources. We lack resourcefulness. See, and let me just pause here real quick. Some of us are just one generation away from the projects or the ghetto are living in dire straits. And at the same time, we're trying to say, Cortez, I want to be wealthy one day. But you came from the ghetto. You came from the projects. You came like me from a single mom on welfare, $900 a month, $300 welfare check, $300 in food stamps, $300 Social Security check with 6 children. So what did we learn? We learned how to be resourceful. Because when you only have $900 a month and you're trying to feed, clothe, house, and entertain 6 kids, you got to be resourceful. But then we grow up and we realize the mistakes that our parents made, and we say we don't want to live like that. So we grow up and we get jobs, we get educated, and then we move out into the suburbs. We're living a better life. And we leave the resourcefulness at home. And I'm not saying if you don't want to be wealthy, then do you ball out. But if you want to be wealthy, what would happen if you took and implemented all of the resourcefulness things, the resourceful things that you learned and you had to do out of necessity? What would happen if you start choosing to do those things, like eating ramen noodles, eating bologna, eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, not buying the PlayStation 5? See, that could be a choice for you today. When we were in the projects, when we were in the ghetto, when we were in dire straits, we couldn't afford it. But if you took that attitude that says, listen, I'm going to live resourcefully because I've done it before. I've gone to bed. In St. Louis, we have what's called rice houses. And sometimes we are insensitive to our Chinese brothers and sisters, and we call them the Chinamen, right? When I was coming up, you can get a half order or a pint-sized box of rice for 90 cents. Plain fried, no meat, no extra, 90 cents. And guess what, guys? The makeup of my family is we have 3 boys and 3 girls. My mom got 3 boys and 3 girls. So we would go and walk to the Chinaman and get 2 boxes of plain fried rice, 90 cents each. And guess what? The 3 boys would have to split a box, and the 3 girls would have to split a box. But what did that mean? What did my mama eat? See, some of us say we want to be wealthy, but our habits say something different. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. I'm like Kermit, but that ain't none of my business. All right. Number 4, creativity and innovation is a discipline of wealthy people. Number 5, wealthy people, these millionaire disciplines, they never consider the possibility of failure. And sometimes we actually go into things looking to fail, right? Number 6, inquisitive. Inquisitive. When your kids are little and they start learning how to talk, please develop patience. My oldest son, when I met him, right? Some of y'all gonna catch that. My oldest son, when I first met him, literally asked me thousands of questions every day. That's a characteristic, that's a habit of millionaires. But if you're not patient as a parent, your responses is shut up, go sit down somewhere, stop bothering me with all these damn questions. And what are you doing? You are killing one of his millionaire disciplines, one of her millionaire disciplines. Strong sales skills, right, is number 7. Number 8, saving, thrifty and frugal. We just talked about that a little bit, frugal. And then number 9 is spirituality. We are running out of time, man, but I want to show you this because I promise you guys shared, and I appreciate that. So let me give you my answer to the question of the day. One of the things that I have to stop doing, right? So this is the question of the day from the Cortez Hustle Show. And the question of the day was, what do you need to stop doing to make space for bigger and better things in your life? And we got a lot of comments, but we literally, a lot of people said procrastination were things that they needed to stop doing. Number 8 is saving and thrifty, being frugal. Number 8 is saving and being thrifty. So my answer to this question, one of the things that I have to stop doing is being distracted, right? Let me tell you what I mean. I am one of the hardest working. I am one of the most consistent people you'll see online. But I also have to stop being distracted on times like when I'm with my wife. Sometimes I'm thinking about business. I'm on my phone. I'm responding to posts. I got to stop being distracted and be present, right? I got to stop being distracted and be present. And that for me is going to transform my life, my business, everything that I'm doing, because it can't be all business all the time. So that is my answer to the question of the day on the Cortez Hustle Show. I'm going to share my screen with you right now and show you where you can look if you're seeking double-digit returns on your money. But remember, if you want triple-digit returns, then you want to get on the Wealth Workshop. Text Wealth Workshop to 314-874-6887, and you'll see that. So a lot of people, when I talk about investing your money and things of that nature, it's like they hide a lot of times what we need in plain sight. Now, I want you to notice one thing real quick. Let me remove my branding real quick so that it doesn't show up on the screen as we're screen sharing. So one of the things I want you to notice first, right? Matter of fact, let me open it up a little bit more. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this, right? So the first thing I want you to see is that it's saying log in. So I am not logged into my private account. Now, I do have an account with Fidelity, but I am not logged into my private account. It's telling me to log in. So that lets you know I'm not logged in. So that means you can go and find this information on their public site, even if you don't have an account with them, right? So I'm just going to show you a couple things that by law, they have to tell you or show you or share with you before you even invest a dime with them. Now, if you want to get a full tutorial on how to get to this page, then you need to join Wealth Creation Playbook. That's our Facebook group, and it's free to join. Just search Wealth Creation Playbook. It's free to join. And I have all of these different playbook units in there. And one of the units I have in there is the investment playbook unit, right? So join the group, and for free, you can go learn terminology and perspective. Again, I am not a financial planner and advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not telling you where to invest your money. I'm not telling you to send me money to invest for you, because I don't do that. I'm a financial educator. You should take this information and go ask these questions to your certified financial planner if you're not getting 16% on your money, right? So first thing they have to tell me is, what is the rating of this fund? It's a 5-star rating. Who is rating it? Well, it's rated by Morningstar, which is a third-party source that rates these funds, right? What are the returns? Are they low? Are they average? Or are they above average? They are above average. What are the expenses? Are they low? Are they average? Are they high? What is the risk? Is it low? Is it average? Is it high? Right? Then they have to tell me the average annual returns for 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Then they have to tell me, well, what companies is this fund investing in? Right? Any of you guys ever heard? If you heard of any of these companies, I want you to type them in the chat. United Health Group, Cigna, Humana, Eli Lilly, Danaher Corp, Regional Pharmaceuticals, Boston Scientific. These are the top 10 holdings. 45% of this portfolio is within these top 10 companies, right? You got to tell me that. Here's what else they got to tell me is hypothetical growth, which if you look at the color, this is the fund, FSPHX. This is the fund, right? And so that color means this line is what I'm looking at. This historical performance says, if I had invested $10,000 in 2011, in 2021, I would have $56,000 in this account, right? Think about that for a minute. That's 10 years. Hypothetically speaking, though, that means that money doubled from 10 to 20. Then it doubled again from 20 to 40. And shoot, it's almost about to double again, right? Now, you're saying, well, Cortez, it might be a little risky. How do I know that it's safe? How do I know it's not going to crumble? Well, even though past performance does not determine future results, you can look at how it has performed over the life of the fund. This is the life performance of the fund, 16.06%. You might be saying, well, Cortez, when did the fund start? The fund started July 14th, 1981. Now, let's do some math here. 81, 91, 2001, 2011, 2021. 40 years, this fund has averaged 16% return. And y'all still got y'all money at the bank. Why? Because y'all want to invest in people like me who want to help you do this, right? What's up, cuz? My cousin, Miss Virgo, says she's familiar with all of them, right? She's familiar with all of them. Listen, sometimes you have to invest with somebody like me because I've invested literally tens of thousands of dollars to learn this stuff that I share with you guys for free every day. But you can't always come up off of free, right? So I know it's a little bit over our time. Hopefully you guys appreciate this. I did see that a lot of you guys had said you shared it. Hopefully you hashtagged Cortez Hustle when you share it, because that helps the show and the algorithms. And then when I go and look at that hashtag, I can see who shared it and I can show you some love. You know, I want to come by into your page where you shared it and at least say thank you. And I might even share you in my stories. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let me know, man. Did I give it to you this morning or not? Because I just woke up fired up and I told my wife, my sugar, I said, sugar, I'm about to give it to them today. Whether they want it or not, I'm about to give it to them. And you know what she said? She said, you about to slide out on them like Kevin Hart? Ooh, yeah. Right, I'm a big Kevin Hart fan, if you don't know. Yeah, I'm about to slide out on them this morning and I'm going to give it to them whether they want it or not. Remember, if you guys want to join me on some of these workshops that we're doing all day today, text Wealth Workshop to 314-874-6887. Text Wealth Workshop to 314-874-6887. And I'm going to send you the schedule and you can pick a time. I'll send you the link that you need to grab so that you can join at the particular time that's best for you. But listen, y'all, I got the game plan. If you're serious about building wealth, then we should partner up. The extra digit movement is no joke, man. And we're rolling full steam ahead, all gas, no brakes. And if you want to hop on this train, all you got to do is connect. Daquan said, yes, you gave it to us, but that's why we are here. Appreciate that, my friend. So with that being said, man, I'm out of here. Until I talk to you guys next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.